Day 1.
Day 7. Day 21.
I fasted for 21 days. I went from this to this. And what a life-changing experience it was. I've been back now for a couple of months and I wanted to give myself some time to really settle into my body and this new perspective on life before I even put anything out there. This experience opened my mind, my heart, my body up in ways that I couldn't even fathom going into this fast, and so I really needed time to just settle into everything. And I wasn't even gonna share my experience. I didn't know if I even wanted to be vulnerable and share my experience, but I believe that this experience of mine is bigger than me. You know, this fast is bigger than me. This is for people who want to explore what true health means to you outside the norms of Western society. I don't even know what to say. Let's just get into it. Why 21 days? Why 21 days? Trust me, why 21 days? From what I was learning and what I was reading, it was to allow the body to really deep cleanse and really to deep detox and to heal. 21 days was kind of the minimum. It was 21 days and onwards to allow the blood to cleanse, to allow your arteries to cleanse, and you know, to really allow the body to deep cleanse and detox. So why no salt? The body needs sodium chloride, but in its natural forms, from vegetables. I believe that salt is very concentrated, so it's easy to take too much. It's extremely dehydrating. It affects the body's hormone aldosterone, so the more salt you have, the more you secrete, vice versa. And I also believe that it affects your body's ability to really deep heal and deep cleanse. It's extremely important to have electrolytes, but the body's incredible at preserving. And so it just meant that as a result, I had to really sip my water. And you drink water too fast, that can flush out your electrolytes. Not spending too much time in the sun, because that can also, you're sweating out your electrolytes. And also even speaking to people, I had to really reserve my energy and kind of limit how much I was talking to people.
Just taking it easy each day, taking it nice and slow.
That was why it was no salt. The fast, the process. So I didn't really know what to expect coming into the fast. I didn't know, I didn't have any idea. I was open-minded with the trust that, you know, if I needed to stop, I would stop. The first few days just felt like my body was really kind of clearing out. My belly was rumbling a lot. I was tired.
Day 2. It's definitely tough. I feel tired, my head hurts. I don't feel hungry, but my belly's just aching.
I was just like, this is what fasting feels like. Yeah, the first few days are always the toughest because your body's adapting to not eating any food.
I think I spent all of my energy today speaking and talking, and now it's 2 o'clock and I have no energy left. Oh God.
So the days were really structured. So in the morning, you get your blood tests on certain days, you get your waters taken, you get your vitals taken, they explain what that means, and then you have an hour lecture. Then you see the doctor, so he explains, okay, well this means this, and so if you drink more water, if you drink enough water, then that will be that. And so it was like, I was like, damn, okay. So what I didn't realize would be so tough was sipping water, jeez.
But it's tough because I have to sip this, I have to finish a glass every hour, but I'm only allowed to sip. So I'm like constantly sipping throughout the day. I have to drink 12, so I'm constantly sipping the 12 hours that I'm awake.
I had to just sip every second of the day. It just felt like I was there sipping.
Cheers to that.
At the start, I was drinking 4 litres, but 4 litres of water wasn't enough. You know, I was finding that I was waking up and my skin would be dry, my eyes would be bloodshot, my tongue would be really dry and like coated white. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's my body telling me I need more water. It was really a link with my belly and my mind. It was like, as my belly cleared, my mind started to clear up as well.
The empty stomach is giving me so much clarity.
My mind was less active and I was becoming more calmer because I had really isolated myself that year, and so I was really anxious whenever I'd go to anything social. When I was there was like 30 people also fasting, and every week there would be people coming and going. And so when I got there, I was really anxious to be around a load of people. But I found throughout the process, as my body started to clean up, I just became more present and more calm. In the morning, there'd be the butterflies, they would land on you, and I would try and connect to my love and try and attract the butterflies to land on me. From day 4 onwards, that's when it started to kind of be a bit more pleasurable because I was feeling less tired, my body was starting to feel more energy. I felt like a real switch. I remember laying down and being like, ooh, I feel a little switch. I'm starting to get energy now.
Day 5. and I feel alive, more alive than I have on any other day.
Like day 4 onto day 5, my belly stopped rumbling and it felt perfect. My belly felt the exact same from day 5, day 6, all the way up until day 21. It just felt perfect. My belly had never felt so perfect, empty and perfect. It just felt perfect. Speaking to some of the guys, they had the same experience of they'd be sleeping and they'd have dreams that they've like ate a steak or they've just like ate loads of bad food. And I woke up chewing my mouth guard thinking it was food. And I was devastated because I thought I'd broken my fast. Oh man, it tasted so good as well. I remember waking up like, oh my god, no, I've just broken the fast. A lot of people ask me, what did I do in my days? And I was just relaxing.
This is my life. Water, notebook, and book.
So I'd just be laying there and just connecting to my body, connecting to my thoughts and just really exploring the inner world within, and it was an incredible experience. Each day my body would get physically weaker and so I was struggling to walk, and on day 7 it was raining and I went into the rain and I felt how much the rain charged me.
It's day 7 now and I started my day by going into this rain and it energized me so much. This is the most energy I've had all fast.
And it was just an incredible experience to be so connected, actually experiencing how the rain and the ions in the rain can charge the body.
The best experiences I've ever had in my entire life.
Damn, it was like these inclinations were showing me that there's just more to life. Then throughout the days, it just started, my energy started to get lower, and so doing things that would use energy were like, oh.
It takes so much energy to do these videos, so I'm just gonna do this and chill. But yeah, day 7.
You know, and so when I was going to the lectures in the morning, I'd just be like,
this is my don't talk to me outfit.
No one talk to me, I just want to be here. My energy's low, don't speak to me. And so the first week really went quite quick, and I was actually sleeping a lot as well because I was really tired and I wasn't eating. I found that I was sleeping a lot, so I would sleep for like 12 hours, and so I found that the days were really short. Towards when I started to get a little bit more energy towards the week, end of the week, that was nice because I was able to do more things and speak to more people and interact, which also meant that the days went quicker, but I still had to reserve my energy when I was speaking to people. Really nice week because I wasn't on my phone as well, and it just felt like I was really detoxing my entire being. Second week was tough. Oh my god. The second week, it just went really tough. I got more energy towards day 7 to day 10. And then it was day 10 where I started to get really kind of homesick. Yeah, it was New Year's Day on day 10. And I was just like, man, it was the first time when I was like, why am I here? What am I doing here? It's New Year's Day and I'm 10 days into my fast.
I've been so tired mentally and physically. And Happy New Year, because this is the first day of 2024. I've not ate in 11 days and I still have 10 more days to go.
For the second week, I started coping more, and so it was the first time when I started watching Netflix. I was watching Paul's Eats and I was watching eating documentaries when I was like 2 weeks into fasting. It was like, no, I can't be doing this. That was a real tough week, and so I was really suffering because I was really resisting the process because I was like, why am I here? I just want to eat. You know, my mind, my appetite was there. Even though I didn't feel hungry, I still just was like, I can eat. I just want to eat. I just want to be at home. I just want to be out of here. So I was like, okay, something really needs to change because I'm really struggling now. And what really gave me a lot of power was on one of the days, we written down what we wanted to manifest for the year. And we wrote down our goals and things that we wanted to achieve and to bring into our life. And then I was hearing stories of people who had been on the fast, because each week people would change. So I came in on certain people who were 21 days into their fast or 14 days into their fast, and this one girl, she had a tumour in her back and she was my age, so I really resonated with her experience of it being so painful and it being so limiting to her life. She said that she was really into sports and had seen a doctor, and the doctor was like, oh, go on a high protein diet, this will help you get rid of your tumour, and it just made it worse. And so anyway, she found fasting, and through her fast, she couldn't feel her tumour. And she was pretty sure that it had gone. And it had been the first time that she had experienced being able to run, being able to move, not having the pain from her tumor, from fasting. And that really gave me some strength and some power to stop resisting this process, because it could be such a beautiful process if I wasn't in my head so much. So the 14th day now, this is when everything changed for me. Oh wow, this was the pivotal moment. So having the week of just really being in my head and struggling while I was being there and really struggling my why, I was just like, okay, I'm here. Let me just surrender to the process. I just allowed myself some time to just really accept everything, accept my emotions. Instead of pushing away or trying to run away from emotions, just be like, okay, I feel a lot of fear. Let me feel into the fear. Like me now, just laying in bed and just surrendering to the process. Just everything just went whoop. It was like, whoa. I was like, wow. It's all gone now. Everything's calm. My mind's calm. Everything, I'm accepting. I'm getting goosebumps even saying this. This is the moment which has changed my life forever. So I then after the moments of just calm, I got this message in my head. I got this voice in my head to say, put on your clothes and go down to the bottom of the garden. And I was like, oh, at this point now, I was really weak. And so anything that would take energy, I wouldn't really do. So I didn't go down to the bottom of the garden, as beautiful as it looked, because my energy was low. And so I was struggling to walk. So I just didn't want to walk any more than I needed to. But the voice was so clear. It was like, go down to the bottom of the garden now. Putting my clothes on. I'm like, God's sake. Oh man, I'm like, do I really need to go down to the bottom of the garden right now? And so anyway, I started walking down to the bottom of the garden. I'm like, I'm shaking because like I was really weak and it was really hard to walk at times. Well, it was really hard to walk from like day 4 onwards. So I'm like walking down to the bottom of the garden. And then I get down to the bottom of the garden now. And then I close my eyes like this. And then my right hand, I'll never forget. And you know, I wasn't even going to share this because this is quite vulnerable of me to share such an experience. And a lot of people might not connect or even understand. But for people who do understand and do connect. So anyway, I close my eyes and my right hand starts to heat up. And then I put my hand towards the sun. Because I'm just doing now what feels right. I put my hand to the sun and I'm thinking in my head with my eyes closed. No one better not be on. I hope no one's watching. I hope no one's watching. My forehead started to heat up, and then I get this clear message. It's so much for me to even share now. It's incredible. I got this clear message, and then I got this other clear message, and I didn't understand the other message. I was like, does that even make sense? So for the next few days, I was like, man, like that was just, I couldn't understand like the message. And then it clicked, and I was like, that's the message I've been needing. And then after that, everything changed. The entire fast changed. Oh, wow, it was an incredible experience then. After I accepted the process, stopped resisting, like all the suffering went, and it just became this beautiful process of just being present and really experiencing this love. And it was the first time I'd be able to speak to people and I'd feel it in my heart. You know, I never experienced it. I remember before, like people would say, oh, like I feel it in my heart. And I didn't really understand. I didn't know you could feel anything in your heart other than your heartbeat. Like, I was just like, bro, you can't feel nothing in your heart. Come on. You just feel it in your body somewhere. You know, if I'm mad, I might feel it in my chest. I didn't know you could feel it in your heart. I haven't ate anything for 17 days now. When I speak to people and connect to people now, I can really feel my heart connecting to them. I was never as self-connected as I had been, and it really opened up these channels to this pure and beautiful self-connection. From day 14, it became an effortless process. I could enter these realms of bliss, and what I can only explain as being bliss of just, I could just be there, and I'd just be feeling, and the sensations were quite overwhelming. It was like, it was such joy, it was such love, it was such happiness, and that is what I really connected to. my essence, my truth. Is the only way I can explain it. I hear a lot of people doing these silent meditations, and that last week, so from day 14 to day 21, I stopped speaking to people, and it felt right. I put on this little badge that you could put so no one would speak to you. I'd go to lectures and go to the doctors, and then I would just be on my own, and I'd just be with all my thoughts, be with my emotions, and it was just, it became this more than life experience for me then. I could have continued just watching the YouTubes and just being in my head and being like, oh man, this is a drag, you know, and everyone's process was really different, because I'd hear people saying like, oh man, like I just want to eat now, you know, I'm just counting down the days. When it got to like day 19, I was like, man, I want to fast for longer. I want to do this for longer. I wasn't hungry. I felt incredible, spiritually energized, mentally, and my mind so clear. It's like I had accessed this different realm. Like my physical body, like my body was becoming weaker and weaker, but I was becoming fuller, more energized. Just more, it was like there was more depth to me. I was really deepening myself. Day 21 was the best day of the entire
Day 21.
fast.
21 days fasting, no food, no salts for 21 days, complete. This is actually the 22nd day, so I fasted for 22 days straight.
From I knew I wasn't hungry, it was then noticing my thoughts that would trigger my appetite, because that's what it was, and that's what it really showed me in day-to-day life, that I've not even experienced hunger. Because you experience hunger in your throat. You're told and taught that if you feel any discomfort in your belly, if your belly's empty, then you're hungry. No, I went 21 days clear of that. I wasn't hungry. Like, I didn't know what hunger was, because I hadn't experienced it, but I knew what it wasn't. It was really kind of symbolic to life, the process as well, that you can really resist and really suffer in life. You know, why am I having these thoughts? Why is this happening to me? Or you can really accept where you're at with love. And it really showed me that with acceptance, things can just transcend. Things that you might not even think can really change when you just accept that, okay, this is my reality. This is where I'm at in my life right now. Okay, I can either resist it and then cause even more suffering because I'm resisting, because it shouldn't be like this, it shouldn't be like that, or actually, everything's perfect the way it is now, even if it doesn't seem perfect right now, you know. And so that was really symbolic to me moving forward, and I think I've really gained that consciousness towards love and acceptance. The refeeding, oh wow. Every part of this process was tough. The first day of my refeeding, I was like, you know what, I don't want to eat anything, let me just drink coconut water. 65 kg, 8.5% body fat. This is what it looks like on me. First day I was drinking coconut water, and oh my god, it was like euphoric. Like the first sip was like the first sip, wow, my taste buds were on next level. And I found that even drinking the coconut water, I was tired. Second cup of coconut water, and I'm so tired from the first cup. I don't even want to drink it. I just want to go to sleep. I was like, geez, but it felt like it was refueling every cell in my body. It was like, and then the second day I had my first meal, and then it was just like a piece of papaya like this. It was taking me like an hour to eat it. I would be like the last, I'd get there and I'd be like the last in the table, because I was just really allowing myself to just process all the food, the texture, the taste. My taste buds were so strong and so sensitive that eating food was such an experience. And I believe that's how eating food should be. It took me like an hour and a half to eat that first thing. Just so tired. It was so much. It was so much to, yeah. I just wanted to eat more. You're having these little bits of papaya, but it's not filling you up. You know, even though I wasn't hungry, I wasn't fulfilled from the meals because they were so small. Throughout the day, she was able to get more. And to be honest, I was eating more from people's plates, even though I shouldn't have been. Like, if anyone had any leftover food, I was eating it. Oh, that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
You gotta get what you can.
I just want to feel full, I just want to feel stuffed. And it started to get to day 4, day 5 of the refeeding, and then you started to get bigger meals, like, you know, you're starting to get like your lettuce, your papaya. I'm putting the lettuce in the papaya, it tasted banging. Day 5 of refeeding, papaya and lettuce. Oh my god, it's just a perfect combination. I could eat like this forever. Like, I felt incredible after eating like that, because I'd also explored fruitarianism and raw vegan. I'm mainly raw vegan, to be honest. This really feels optimal to my body. Like, other than still looking thin, if there wasn't such an emphasis on how you looked external, I would have been happy to have just maintained looking that slim, you know. Maybe I would have definitely would have put on more weight throughout, but I just felt incredible. I felt light. I just felt optimal. Best way I can describe it. My body felt really optimal. It was really beautiful as well, because as some of us started to get more energy, then some of us started playing music, and it was the first time hearing music, and I was like, whoa! You see them videos of like animals being drawn to like music? I felt like that. It was like, whoa! It was like, it really kind of connected to my soul, because you're so connected, and so you're so vulnerable to energies, and you're so vulnerable to your atmosphere and your environment. And so I was like, wow, you know, really connecting to the music, and it just became a real beautiful kind of group, and we all really connected towards the end, because we was all on this journey together, and it was all such a shared experience of love and healing. And so the refeeding process was 5 days. So I was refeeding, I was coming back onto food for 5 days now. As soon as I started to get more energy, then I started to work out more, and that was, whoa.
First workout back. This is different. The weakness is incredible. Wow. But Operation Rebuild has begun. This is how I currently look. A shadow of my former self. I will rise, and I will come back stronger than ever. Oh God, this is tough.
I was so weak, I could barely walk, and so, you know, reintroducing trying to run and even doing pull-ups and push-ups, like, man, it was like, I just hadn't experienced being that weak. It was, I couldn't run. This is my first time running in nearly a month. I've been struggling to walk ever since the fast. My legs have been so weak, so this is gonna take a lot. I actually can't run. My legs are like jelly. It's insane the amount of strength I've lost in my legs. 22 days no eating, man. You lose so much strength. I haven't used my legs properly in ages, so they're really weak, so I have to assist with the squats. Rebuild my strength up, but it was nice because I was light as well, so even though I wasn't as strong, I was lighter, so I was still doing the pull-ups, I was still doing the push-ups. But let's try. Wow. Oh. Okay. Okay. Maybe that's still got it. Sounds like shit. I still got it. Still got it. And so back to reality, back home. So I took a few days, I went to Puerto Rico. Take a video of me. Thank you. A video? Yeah, bro. Yo, in Costa Rica, just celebrating life after 21 days of fasting. Feels good. See people and I just want to say hello, because I was really connected to my heart chakra, my love inside, and so I just wanted to really just say hello and just connect to people. And then that was a really nice few days. My last dinner in Costa Rica, just eating my salad and appreciative of life. It's life after the fast. Been back in the gym. We got our work cut out. 22 kg felt heavy. I think that is my max at the moment. Back getting my muscles stronger. First gym session back done. Back looking in this mirror 10 kg lighter. Definitely been bulking, not sulking, that's for sure. Christ. Building the strength back up in my legs. It's been an absolute pleasure these last couple of months. Body's kind of back to normal now. And man, I'm loving the process. I bulked up a bit, and then now I'm just kind of settling in, so yeah, I'm just settling into everything. It was easy to get back into the same habits, and I wanted to make this video because when I came back I was on cloud 9, which was amazing, but I also wanted to, you know, share what life's like afterwards, because whether you fast, whether you do a meditation retreat, ayahuasca, or you might even run a marathon and it might be life-changing. About like life after and how you integrate this into your new life now, it's incredible because I'm really shaping my life in a way that I want it to be moving forward, in a way that's fulfilling.
Sam, that's not the most English name, Gregory. That's what you too.
And so I've just really taken time off of work, because as well, when I came back, I was really thin. And even though I loved being thin, I have a job which sees me as one size. And so that was kind of navigating as well, because I've always struggled with body dysmorphia. And so that kind of really triggered my body dysmorphia of having a job which is so based on my external looks, and me being happy with how thin I am, but understanding that, okay, well, people perceive me in this way. And that was one thing as well on social media. I was getting really skinny shamed. People calling me, saying that I look like a crackhead. And I'm laughing because I'm just shocked. It's such an insensitive thing to say. And people say, oh, you're too thin. And it's like, you know what? Let me just be comfortable and okay with my body before I then put myself into the external world. So the benefits of this fast. So if I'm having long vid, can't even say that word, lost my smell, and so I really struggled with my smell. And then from fasting, I was able to get my smell back, which is incredible. If that was just my experience alone, that would have been enough for me. My hearing's improved, my memory's better, my memory's so much better. Other than my body feeling optimal, really cleaning out my body and my lymphatic system moving again. You know, I know that because I don't get itches on the back of my neck anymore. And I read faster as well, like so much faster. It's like, meow. Spiritually, I now have this spiritual depth to me. Before I went away, I was feeling really lost, and now like all of that's just wiped away. I now know my purpose. I'm so clear on just why I'm here. There's so many changes that I struggle to even kind of voice them, because they're subtle. There's like, oh, okay, so that's a change, and that's a change, okay. And so yeah, so that's mainly been my 21-day fast. So I hope I've been able to articulate in a way that that has been understandable. You know, I think I can only speak from my own experience, so it has been heavily based on my experience. One book which literally explains mine and many others' experience of fasting is this. You know, this was like the fastest book I'd ever read. This was at the retreat when I was there, and this book was like, everyone wanted to read it because it was incredible. It explained about the opening of the heart, the process, and it just really mirrored my experience. Back to what I was saying at the start of this video is, you know, become the masters of your own body. Trust in your own body, connect to your body, and trust that your gut is telling you what you need to hear. And I think that is the most powerful thing, and one of the most powerful takeaways that I will forever live with now is to really trust in my body. As the Buddha said, we are the architects of our own healing, and so it's just so important to understand that the body doesn't want to be ill. The body's not designed to be sick. The body is infinitely intelligent. Interesting. I don't know where I was going with that, but it just felt like it made sense. So yeah, that's that.